Hello, welcome to my channel. It's called Emma. I'm Emma, and let's get into it. A few weeks ago, I was sitting at home, looking at my perfume samples and feeling bored. And you know what happens when you're bored? You try to buy more stuff. But it's the holiday season, and I have to budget for gifts, for getting coffee with friends who are back in town, for the increased electric bill. So I took a page from the book of one of my favorite fashion YouTubers, Christina Mekas. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, I'm so sorry, but she has this philosophy that rather than spending more money on clothes when you feel like you have nothing to wear and you're bored of your closet, instead, look for inspiration to wear your existing clothes in ways you haven't tried before. And that's exactly what I did with my perfume. I tried to wear them in a different way, which means trying new layering combinations. This is nothing new here. Layering perfume is a very common way to spice things up or to create your own unique scent. And sometimes I forget how fun it can be. So I'm going to show you the 6 gourmand layering combinations that I tried to get myself out of a perfume slump. Now, our first combination is Parfums de Marly Herod and Giardini di Toscana Bianco Latte. On their own, these are amazing autumn-winter scents. Herod is this tobacco vanilla with a slight fruity undertone. I've heard it described as a refined apple cider by Anna Lauren, who is a fragrance YouTuber, and I love her videos. I personally get more of a cherry note rather than apple. Herod has an osmanthus note in its heart. The smell of osmanthus flowers is often described as having a fruity apricot sort of undertone. I'm guessing the reason that I get cherry from Herod is because synthetic versions of the fruity notes from osmanthus are often used in cherry accords. Anyway, Herod is beautiful, it's dark, the tobacco is not overpowering or strong, it just creates this wonderful, well-blended, kind of smoky feel. And then Herod dries down to this amazing vanilla. It's not too sweet, it smells very mature, and it's perfection. Then we have Bianco Latte. This perfume went absolutely viral. Everybody has heard of it. It's sweet, it's vanilla, it's milky, it's caramel, and it has this gorgeous white musk that just ties everything together, and it feels like a warm hug. You get the creamiest, most delicious scent from Bianco Latte. It does have a honey note, which I honestly don't get much of, and I'm kind of okay with that because I have mixed feelings about honey notes. I will say after the initial spray of Bianco Latte, I want to sneeze, like my nose feels spicy. I've heard that that's because of the coumarin. I've also heard that sneezing could be the result of an allergen present. Maybe I'm allergic to the compound that they used to get that coumarin smell, I'm not sure. But I don't care because it's an incredible perfume. This one is my Herod decant from ScentSplit, and I also got a travel size of Bianco Latte after I tried the 2ml. I don't have a lot of full-size bottles. I know that they're very beautiful and aesthetic, I just can't afford them, so please be nice to the samples. They're very cute. Together, Herod and Bianco Latte smell like a cherry pie a la mode with caramel drizzle on top. It's fantastic. You will smell like a holiday dessert. You get the cherry and the cinnamon from Herod mixed with the creamy vanilla of Bianco Latte. It is heavenly. Every Thanksgiving and Christmas, my family goes to the pie shop in Denver. It's called Legacy Pie. I don't know why, but my family calls it the Cherry Pie Company, like the Colorado Cherry Pie Company. They do have really good cherry pie. And we always serve it with vanilla ice cream. It has to be Breyer's vanilla ice cream. That's what we all eat. I grew up with it, so it's a must. We don't have caramel, but I'm sure that it would be delicious on top. So if you have these 2 fragrances and you want to spice it up, maybe try this combination. You don't have to like it or think that it smells like cherry pie with ice cream, but I really enjoyed the 2 together. Now, this next combination is for all of you sleep-deprived individuals, and that is Mancera, Amore Caffè, and Commodity Milk Bold, or Milk Plus. Amore Caffè is this beautiful, sweet coffee fragrance, and it's popular for a reason. Now, when I first smelled this one, I thought it was okay. I was like, yep, this is sweet, and this is coffee. I think it really captures the dryness of coffee beans. I don't know if I'm smelling it wrong, but to me, it smells like you have an espresso machine and you've got your ground coffee and then you put brown sugar on top. And I know that's very common in Italy when making espresso. I think making espresso this way got really popular on TikTok a while back. Anyways, it's a great fragrance, good longevity, it stayed on my clothes for days. Then we have Milk Bold from Commodity. This is one of my favorites from the brand. It's so comforting. It reminds me of a fireplace. Not an exact fireplace, like By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela, but this is a very cozy scent. I have my travel size of Milk Plus in my little sample of Amore Caffè, and together, this smells like a vanilla latte. A sweet, toasty, caffeinated drink that gets you through cold, busy, tired mornings. During finals, I really look forward to just sitting down at a coffee shop with my roommates and our friends and just getting our shit done. So if you have these fragrances, or if you just have a milk and a coffee fragrance, you should try them together because you deserve a sweet treat. This third combination is one that I tried very late at night. I was looking at my perfume samples, wondering what to do with them. And when I sprayed these two, I was immediately brought back to a childhood memory of mine. When I was younger, every summer, my family took a road trip to go visit the grandparents and to hang out in the woods, and this drive was over 24 hours, so we had to stop at a hotel in the middle. And this was actually one of my favorite parts of the trip because these hotels had continental breakfasts. Nothing gets me excited like a continental breakfast, especially when I was a kid. Because as a kid, you're not thinking, I should probably have eggs for some protein, or maybe I should have some fruit for extra fiber, or yogurt for probiotics. You're just thinking, I want whatever's the most delicious. Not that eggs aren't delicious, I love eggs, but when I was a kid, I would get all of the things at these continental breakfasts. Blueberry muffins, I'd get croissants, I would get waffles, whatever. So when you layer together Snif's Crumb Couture with Cirque du Soleil's L'Eau de Parfum, you will be transported to a bakery, to a world of breaded and buttered pastries. If that sounds appealing, you might want to try this combination. Crumb Couture, this is my little sample, I got it from Mercari, has this buttery, flaky croissant smell topped with a blueberry jam. Oh my god, it's amazing. This smells thick, like if the texture of bread were a smell, it would be Crumb Couture. And the scent is actually relatively affordable. It's $65 for 30 mils, which isn't super cheap, but compared to designer or niche fragrances, it's a pretty good deal. It's from Snif's secret menu called Nonoses. Cirque du Soleil L'Eau de Parfum is one of my favorite gourmands of all time. When you look at the notes, it seems a bit odd. Cotton candy, apple, butter, popcorn, exactly like you're getting concessions at the circus, which I love concessions, but I didn't think I would like it in a perfume. But this perfume is gorgeous. It has some floral notes in the heart and some amber and sandalwood that kind of balance out the more gourmand notes. And it's just this unique, light, airy, dreamy fragrance. It is still a gourmand, but it's special. The dry down is my favorite part. You know how they have those caramel shards used in baking? Well, picture that, but like surrounding you. If you've seen Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, hopefully you have, and you know that jello palace that Flynn makes. Think of that, but like made of caramel. It's a golden amber color. It's sweet. It smells lived in. I'm obsessed with this fragrance. Now, number 4 shocked me. Not because this layering combination is groundbreaking, it's actually very predictable. But I didn't think I would love it. The first fragrance is Lorenzo Pazzaglia Van Ecstasy. If you've heard about this fragrance, then you know that it has a million different vanillas in it. But it smells like chocolate. When I first smelled this, I didn't like it. Yes, it smells like chocolate. Yes, I freaking love chocolate. But to me, it smells like a Tootsie Roll, not like a brownie. I guess I had expectations of a rich and fudgy chocolate, and it just wasn't that. So it differed from my expectations, which is always a risk when you hear about a fragrance from someone else first. I think expectations can really affect how you perceive a fragrance when you smell it. The second fragrance, Kayali Vanilla 28. It's a sugary sweet vanilla with some added depth. It's got amber, musk, patchouli. It's not a patchouli fragrance, so if you don't like patchouli, that doesn't mean you're gonna hate this one. This is a vanilla fragrance. Some refer to this as a baker's vanilla, which I don't think I totally agree with. When I think of a baker's vanilla, I think of Indol Tihoda, but either way is completely valid. When you put this and this together, hot chocolate with Bailey's Irish cream, I swear that's what I get. Because you've got that light chocolate smell from Van Ecstasy, which you would get from a powdered hot cocoa mix. And then you get this almost spicy, boozy vanilla scent. Vanilla 28 doesn't really have spicy or boozy notes explicitly, but in my personal opinion, it does have some of those qualities. And hot chocolate with Bailey's Irish cream is just one of my favorite wintertime drinks. My parents love this, my best friend loves this. I just saw her and we went to this Christmas lights event, and then afterwards we got hot chocolate and we added our Baileys to it and we had a great time. And I've just have so many fond memories of that drink. So I love that this fragrance combination kind of just brought me back to those times. Number 5 also really surprised me, especially because I don't even like eating the thing that it smells like, but it does smell quite appealing. And this combination is Akro Bake and Phlur Tangerine Boy. This is a lovely collision of summer and winter. Akro Bake is just gorgeous. It smells like a thick slice of lemon loaf. Not lemon cake, because I think cake can sometimes be light and fluffy, but no, bake smells dense. Beautiful opening with the lemon zest, not too boozy even though it does have a rum note, and then that whipped cream, that praline, that vanilla, the brown sugar just adds a gorgeous dessert-like feel. I have to say, I would bathe in this. Sadly, the lemon doesn't last for super long, but I wouldn't expect it to. I would take a realistic smelling lemon note that goes away after a bit over a very strong, cleaner, like overly citrus lemon note. Bake is an amazing cold weather scent. When you want to feel warm and cozy, but you also want to feel uplifted and optimistic. Tangerine Boy. Wow. What a gorgeous, zesty scent. I can't say that. What a gorgeous, uplifting scent. Just like the rind of an orange. Not the juice, not the pulp, but like the skin. It's a bit richer and has this biting facet, I think from the ginger and the black pepper in the opening. But it still does retain some of those lighter, fresher aspects. This is my partner's signature scent. That's why I have a full bottle. It lives at my apartment because it wants to be close to all of its other friends. Now, when I initially thought that these two fragrances might work together, I already had in mind what I thought they would smell like. So I'm kind of biased, and I bet you already know where I'm going with this one. They smell like an orange creamsicle. Perfect combination of sweet and citrus. And yes, Bake already does have something like that, but the lemon is very light. Tangerine Boy is strong, and the orange of Tangerine Boy kind of takes over the lemon in Bake. Plus, to me, Bake smells very winter, but this combination does not. This feels a little bit more like summer, since it smells like an ice cream treat. Personally, I don't really like orange creamsicles, I don't know why, but the smell is wonderful. And if this is a treat you enjoy, you might also like this perfume combination. Alright folks, this is the last one. This combination took me forever to figure out. I tried a million different combinations and they all smelled terrible. My initial idea going in was to find a combination that smelled like a peach moscato, because that's the drink that my friends and I love. And it pairs perfectly with a girly gossip night. Do you know where I'm heading? So I wanted to combine a peach fragrance with a sparkling, bubbly champagne type fragrance. Unfortunately, all of the 2 perfumes that I have with a champagne note smelled terrible with my peach perfume. And I didn't want to just buy a bunch of new samples for one combination of my first YouTube video, so I did have to reuse a fragrance that I've already talked about in this video, but that's okay. Layering combination number 6 is none other than Gritti Gossip Night and Snif's Crumb Couture again. What does this smell like, you ask? Peach pie. I have great memories with cherry pie, but peach pie is my favorite. Now this smells like fresh peach pie. The crust is buttered, just came out of the oven, the flakes are melting in your mouth. And then you have the sweet peaches in the middle. Now these aren't your out of season, ordinary, just pick them up randomly at the grocery store kind of peaches. No, these are the finest, ripest, sweetest peaches. So congratulations to you for scoring them and baking them into a pie. My mom, every year, buys like 5 pounds of Palisade peaches. So when it's peach season in Colorado, the town of Palisade, where all of the peach trees live, sells thousands of peaches across Colorado. And I have to say, these are some top tier peaches. My family will make a bunch of pies for us, for our friends, for our co-workers, neighbors, whatever. I have very fond memories of making them with my mom. We use this recipe from a tattered book. I don't know if this is actually true, but in my mind, this is a recipe that has been passed down from generation to generation. Like, we are the family that has perfected the peach pie. This is probably false. I think we're just bad at keeping books in good condition, but I like to pretend. Well, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this fun, interesting, or entertaining, please consider liking and subscribing to join our community and to help this little channel grow. So stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you later. And Buddha freaking honeydew. It's not a great melon. So stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you later. Why did I just bisexual finger gun you? I'm sorry.